types of fondue pots. You need the one for the melted chocolate, so you can dip pretzels and strawberries and what else? Nuts. You know, if you want
Marshmallows.
Marshmallows. Okay.
Yeah, bananas.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Are you a fan of the chocolate covered banana?
Oh, yeah.
Are you really? Okay. I mean,
Who's not?
Well, I like bananas, but here's how I like bananas: 3 ways. Plain, right out of the wrapper. In my cornflakes.
No. That's mushy.
And in ice cream.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so that's about the only 3 ways I like bananas. I mean, my mom used to make the Jello salad with, and when you make Jello, there should nothing be floating in your Jello. Okay, nothing should be floating in your Jello when you make Jello. Anyway, so yesterday we're talking about the cheese part of the fondue, and we were kind of curious as to what type of cheese is a good melty, gooey cheese for fondue, and Chef, Jeanette was brought up, and she would know, so that's why you're here today. So if you had to pick a cheese or a couple of different cheeses that are gooey, can melt, they're not going to burn, but they're going to be nice and gooey, melty, what kind of cheese would you choose?
I probably wouldn't choose a hard cheese, so I'd stay away.
Which would include, for example, for those of you who have no idea what a hard cheese is.
I would not choose like Parmesan or Reggiano or Asiago. I mean, it'd be a nice flavor, but they're not going to be gooey. And you're not going to pick like one cheese. You're going to pick a couple kinds, and you're going to make.
I was right on that.
You were.
Yeah, you're going to make a concoction.
Okay, so I'm thinking Gouda.
Yes, Gouda, maybe some Havarti.
Okay, now and Gouda is delicious if you've never had it, but Havarti, is that a sharp cheese?
No, it's pretty mild, and you can get it a couple different ways. Like dill Havarti is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Really good.
By the way, a Rod Stewart song, having Havarti. But now what about like if you buy the block of like cheddar or Monterey Jack or something like that, does that melt?
It should. Actually, that would be better than if you buy it pre-shredded, because pre-shredded has like things on the outside to coat the individual.
The preservatives and the...
Well, it keeps it from sticking together in a clump, because, you bought it pre-shredded because you don't want it in a clump.
Exactly.
Right, so you would be better off with something in a block form and then shred it yourself.
Shred it yourself?
Because it's not going to have that extra stuff on it.
Okay, so for those of you, by the way, who purchased Kiwanis cheese this year in bulk, go ahead and shred it, and then you can melt it. Now, is there with the...
How would you bind it all together?
Get it? Bind it all together? No, but I was just going to say, how would you mix those different cheeses? Because normally the fondue pot comes with a little can of Sterno. Is that going to be hot enough to do the job?
You're going to pre-make your fondue.
Oh, okay.
You're going to make a roux on the stove.
Which is
you're going to have to really cook.
1 part milk and 1 part flour. No? Well, that's the roux I make.
Okay.
That sounds absolutely disgusting.
No, because
You're so close, Bob. Yeah, you need to brown the flour in some butter.
Right, that's
and
right.
Then,
the flour and the butter. Yes, 1 part
Yes.
flour, 1 part butter is what I meant to say. Then you add the milk to make a bechamel sauce.
That's correct, Bob.
Ha!
So good.
Ha!
So good. Yes.
Bechamel, by the way, one of the 5 mother sauces.
That is correct as well. Good job, Bob. Can you name them all?
No, I cannot.
I can't anymore either.
I know the bechamel is the only one I know, but I know there are 5 of them.
Yes, there are multiple.
I think the other ones are Tito, Jermaine, Donnie, and Marie. So I think those. Oh, okay.
No. Yeah. And then you would add your cheese and your seasonings.
Okay, so you don't want just melted cheese in your fondue pot.
No, it wouldn't adhere to anything. It would just kind of slide right off, wouldn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not the chef. So,
I just think
it
would burn to the bottom of your fondue pot, and you just have crispy fried cheese.
Which
that's good too.
Is good. I was gonna say.
You can't dip anything in it.
Okay, now, do all cheeses that we've talked about, do they all have basically the same melting point then, or because I don't want?
No, some cheeses don't melt.
Okay, but
but
the ones we've been talking about, you're gonna get the ooey gooey goodness, and then pour it into your fondue pot.
Yes.
Okay. Now you mentioned spices. What kind of things would you add to a cheese sauce like that to give it that little extra zing?
Yeah. I'm thinking probably like some onion powder or some garlic powder. Like, I mean, you could go straight up with those things if
Right.
you wanted to, but
Now, notice she said powder and
I
not
did.
salt.
no.
Because you do not want garlic salt or onion salt, because then it's adding to your sodium.
Yeah.
You don't want that. You want the
Maybe
powder.
too salty. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe some paprika.
Does paprika really have a flavor? Because I use it in a
Okay.
variety of things, and
Yeah.
I don't know if I can taste it or not.
I don't think on its own it really does have a super strong flavor, but that's our American versions
Right.
of paprika. If you get like some Hungarian
The Hungarian paprika.
yeah, that stuff's got some kick. But one of my favorite things to use in my kitchen is smoked paprika, and that's got a beautiful smell, and you would really enjoy that probably with a fondue.
And with the election we had a couple of years ago, you can now get recreational as well as medicinal smoked paprika. So without having to have a card. So
That's
I
right.
think you can get that at a variety of shops everywhere.
Yes, probably.
And of course, the fresher, when you're talking about herbs and spices and stuff, the fresher the better.
That's generally the rule.
You know, when you buy it out of the tin, I mean, sometimes that's the way you got to go. But
Yeah.
now, how long do spices and stuff like that last? When you buy like a tin of something, I mean, do you need to use it within like 6 months or so, or?
Probably, but I don't really there's not a lot of that stuff that hangs out in my house that long. I guess there's probably a few things. I've got
Okay.
like some star anise.
Ew.
It's been around for a long
Can
time.
imagine.
And I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever really use that. I probably could just pitch it.
So we talked about the things then to dip into the chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of things then into the cheese? Are we just talking different types of bread?
That sounds good. What do you like in your fondue?
You know, I don't know if I've
Pretzels.
ever fondued.
You've never
Soft
fondue?
pretzels.
So, oh yeah,
Yeah.
soft pretzels. There you go.
Or hard ones would be good too.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
true.
think you could do like cubed meat or
Oh,
Okay.
now
I
you're
did have a
talking.
caller.
Veggies.
I did have a caller earlier. Veggies. There you go. I did have a caller earlier this week. Said along with side of the fondue pot, you get the little mini wok with the hot oil, and then you fry
Oh.
up a little beef or chicken or pork that way, and then use that to dip in.
That's very fancy.
But now you've got
Yeah.
all sorts of different flames going on in your living room.
Yeah.
We don't allow Bob to do that.
No, we don't.
I would imagine you'd probably not want stuff that's super greasy, you know? So that's the only thing that I'm like,
Oh.
I don't know. Because I don't know if the cheese would really stay on.
Oh, that's true.
It really kind of needs something to cling to.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
Just like a person.
Yeah, needs something to love. Needs a little love there. Yeah. I don't know. I can't think of anything else.
The fondue guru. That's our friend Jeanette. So thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Are you now headed down to Gelzer Furniture, Housewares, and Gifts?
I'm very tempted.
You know,
very tempted.
and it doesn't actually say what the price is on the fondue pots. So I'm not 100% sure, but a good quality fondue pot is going to come with the forks and everything, and
And the sterno.
the
yeah.
sterno. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Those are kind of hard to. Do they sell extra sternos down there?
oh, you can get.
Individuals?
Well, you'd probably have to walk a couple of stores south to Gelzer Hardware.
They would sell them?
Oh, they've got, if it's flammable, they've got it. If you can set fire to it, they've got it in Gelzer's.
Okay, good to
So
know.
I'm sure one of the other places they'll hook you up with cans of sterno. So, well, thank you very much.
Anytime.
And we do know that when it comes to chefing, Chef Jeanette is the way to go here at WCSR.